What's going on? Lord Pixel here, and today we are going to be honestly reviewing the new multiplayer release and a few new items that were added as well. So basically, an honest update review. Let's get into the video. So before we get into it, there are basically there is a minor disclaimer that I would like to remind you of. This video is mainly going to be solely my opinion about what I think of the update. You can stick around for that, or you can watch another video of mine up here if you're really not interested in hearing my opinion. So first off, let's talk about multiplayer, the big thing that had us all surprised. And you know, I'm gonna say what everybody else has probably said so far. It's an incredible feature. Like, why did we think we needed this? Or why did we... I'm really bad at speaking. So first off, let's talk about the big thing, multiplayer. It's a great feature. It is incredible. It unlocks so many new possibilities, and building in this game now has so many new capabilities because of this feature. Obviously there are a lot of bugs with it and a lot of issues as any new update brings, but I feel like overall multiplayer is a very solid addition to the game. With so many more people being able to work on a world at once, quadruple the amount normally, and the ability to endlessly shape up a build so much faster than before, this feature is incredible. It's just mind-blowing how the devs were able to do this for us as players. And we should all really appreciate this, as it's probably one of the best features. If this was added last year, I would have put it at the top of my ranking, which, check that out right here. Now, there are a few things I would like to talk about before we discuss bugs and issues, and that is the amount of servers you can create and the amount of players in the server. Let's start out with the amount of players. I like 4. 4 is a good number. There is, I think 3 other people, along with yourself, is a good number, because you're probably not going to need 4 different friends on a build at once, or 5 different friends, or 6, or like an undefiable amount. But yeah, 4 is a nice number, and I think it works for this game, multiplayer. So it's definitely good that you can have more than 2 people. I thought it would only be like 2 or 3, but I'm glad they were able to make it more than 3, 4, which is good because it works for building, and it's a really good number to use as a community. I don't think you need more, I don't think you need less, and they said they might change it in the future, but I think it's good where it is right now. Now, discussing the amount of servers you can create. You can only create 3 maximum at the moment. Thankfully, you can remove some and add new ones in place. But my honest opinion on this is I think maybe 4 or even 5 would have been a better number. So that's just not for me to decide, though. They probably can't, they might not be able to support more. I think 3 is a safe number considering the servers they have to work with. They might not have enough to support more than 3 for each person. So I think 3 was a nice number. I think it's plenty, but it's not too little. I think it's perfect, and I don't think it's too much either. However, one thing I definitely like about this is the fact that Power Builder now has a better use. If you don't know what Power Builder is, it's basically a weekly purchase you can make to get all the unlockables for free, and to have unlimited servers, which I think it used to just be only the unlockables, and now with the addition of multiplayer, it now has a better use, and more people may start purchasing it to have more servers, essentially, which I think was definitely good if the devs want to make some more money, rather than just people buying the game itself. And I think it's good that they're trying to support the use of Power Builder, because if you want to make a successful game, you need to have some type of in-app purchase. I mean, most people don't like in-app purchases, like, because it's pay to win, but I think if you're going to make money, this is definitely one of the best choices you can make with your upgrade or membership kind of thing. So they made a really good choice with this use of Power Builder. Now, of course, with any new feature, there are going to be issues, and I'm going to start off with bugs. This game mode is insanely buggy, and again, before I continue criticizing, I don't have an issue with it. Obviously, there is going to be issues, and I could never replicate something so awesome as this. So, I'm not trying to judge. I'm just simply listing off what needs to be fixed. There are multiple bugs, and I'll list a few in a second, but yeah, they're going to kind of mess up your gameplay if you're trying to have fun or build insane builds. Which actually reminds me, in the update info that Janish posted, or the sneak peek, which you can check out right here if you want to. I'm posting way too many cards, but who cares? It's not like blocking you from watching the video. Janish actually said that he warned us not to make too many, or not to try anything large scale yet, as the servers might reset with every update. And this is kind of a disappointment to most of us, as we were hoping to use multiplayer as a feature to shape up the largest worlds imaginable with multiple people now. And obviously, they can't make it pristine on the first try, but, you know, I think many people are disappointed that they're not going to be able to build anything large scale for a while. But, you know, there's nothing really we can do about it. All we can do is be patient and wait. But that's probably the biggest issue with multiplayer. Now, some of the smaller bugs include when one person enters first person, the texture of the character is only the peasant boy, which you might actually be able to see if you watch my memeing in multiplayer video right here. Sorry about all the cards. I promise that's the last one. But as I was saying, when you try to enter first person, the texture will appear to other players as the peasant boy, which is kind of weird. Yeah, but it's not like major. It's not like a major game-breaking glitch. Another one we discovered was that if one player tries to chop down a tree, to that player it will appear cut down, but to the other players it will appear perfectly normal, and the other player, if they stand on it in first person, they will just rise up, and yeah, like, it's weird. It's not game-breaking, again, it's not like hopeless to build anything with that bug existing, it's just kind of weird. And I'm sure there's going to be some fun stuff we'll be able to do with that while it's in the game. And then one final glitch that I know of and can remember right now is that when one person enters a horse to ride it, the other player will just see a peasant, or weird textured peasant, running around while the horse remains stationary where the person placed it, even though to the other person the horse is moving out and about. And so that's weird. But it's, again, not game breaking. Most of the glitches most of the glitches aren't very big, and they're just kind of mild quality of life things, which doesn't bother me that much. I think the main issue with multiplayer this update is the fact that we will have to wait to build large scale things, but I for one can be patient. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the issues on multiplayer. Now, along with multiplayer, we actually got a few new items, I think around 50 plus. Most of them are Egyptian themed, which was very cool. I've heard, ever since I saw like the I don't want to call them pyramids, I forgot what they're called, but the ziggurats. But ever since I saw those, I've always wanted Egyptian stuff in the game, and the Anubis giant, which we now got. We now got Egyptian stuff. And it's everything I wanted it to be and more. It's perfectly replicated, and the detail on them, again, is incredible. It's just a great addition to the game. They also added a bunch of new pillars and unlockables, and a couple statues as well. And they added some new tiles for every category of tiles. They added like some aqua blues and greens, and then I think a brown and a black, which is very good, because we definitely needed a darker brown for some different types of soil. And then the aqua blues and greens, I'm sure, are going to be used for new types of water and, like, yeah, many different purposes. So it's nice that we got some new tiles. That's very quality of life. But the Egyptian stuff is just incredible. I think it's perfect, and I absolutely adore it. I think it's just the best, some of the best stuff in the game right now, which is, that's just my opinion, but I really like it. So just for some concluding thoughts, multiplayer is a very solid game mode. It's very buggy, and it's kind of annoying that we will not get to build anything big for a while, but overall, it's very fun as it is right now. Even if you can't build anything large scale, it's fun to just meme in multiplayer. So I think it's definitely a great addition to the game, but it's just kind of annoying that with all the bugs and the fact that we won't have to get to build anything large scale for a while. But overall, it's very, very solid. And then all the new items are just perfect and very fitting to the style of the game. Not only that, they're very creative, and I can see them being used in a multitude of ways. So overall, we got ourselves a very solid and appreciated update, at least from me. I think the update overall was very great, and I hopefully we'll see more like it in the future. I believe the next update we will be receiving is Fish and Coral, which I am very excited about, even if that's not the next update. But either way, I am looking forward to more updates in the future, and hit that like button if you want to see more honest update reviews when those drop. Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed as usual. If you want to see more honest update reviews, you can drop a like, and if you want to see more videos, please do leave a comment, as I am running out of ideas and I need assistance in video ideas. I'm trying to pump out content during this rough time for most of you, as most of you are at home. So please do comment, support the channel, subscribe, whatnot, if you want to see more Pocket Build content in the future. But anywho, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.